Everyone, it's Nikachu, Merfolk Master, here with my brother, and we are here for the second half of the Modern Challenge. This is the deck list we're running today, and alright, let's get into the action. We are 2-2 so far in this Modern Challenge, and the reason I'm playing these challenges is I have to prepare for the regional championship I have coming up in February, and I find that the leagues are way too weak. I need the strong competition from the challenges to really put me on pressure. All right, so we lost the die roll. We have a hand that can curve out. We're just going to keep it. The hand is acceptable. I'm probably going to just play a Naked Tidebinder out there. Especially against what's probably going to be another Murktide deck.
Bam.
Yeah. Ragavan. Nimble Pilfer. It's always unpleasant. Okay, do what I want. I think I'm going to start off with an island, because this thing is basically uncounterable as it is. And then we'll save the Cavern of Souls for later. Not sure what I'm going to do if they play a removal spell. Maybe force a negate. I have like a decent hand to just try to curve out and beat him. Dragon Rage Chandler. I hate that card.
It's going to be banned soon.
Okay, what are you going to do with Dragon Rage Chandler? What's going into the bin, if anything? Spell Snare. You can see it already, can you? You can see it. So I think I want to stay on the board. We'll force negate this, and we'll pitch Tidebinder. I think it's like one of the weaker cards in the matchup.
You're very far away from casting it.
Yeah, I'm further away from casting it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do if they attack. I'm probably just going to block. I mean, so the thing is, do I have a very good attack next turn? Not really. Okay, I'm going to block. They can't... there is something to be said of just letting them hit me, because they can't play anything off the top of my deck this turn. On the other hand, I don't know when the next time I can make a good block over here, so I'm just going to do it now. And then I have no idea what I'm going to do against this Dragon Rage Chandler. Dragon Rage Chandler is more lethal than Ragavan, that's for sure. Because this is the card that just keeps finding good cards off the top of the deck. Another Force Negation. Not really what I want to see. And I would have much preferred to have 2 Force Negations in my hand. So I can chew up this damn... so I could not chew up my Tishana's Tidebinder.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 of the 4 card types have been prophesized. Ah, damn it, a second one is very hard to deal with. But at the very least, we can probably chew up at least one of these. I mean, we will chew up one of these, because we do have a Force Negation to protect ourselves versus a removal spell. They put 2 Preordains in the bin. That's weird. Yeah, attack at will.
Which one's will?
I wouldn't say these exchanges favor us very well, because I think they work better off of fewer resources than we do. Okay, so we're going to let these DRCs resolve. Put a land, because I don't want them to know that I have a Force Negation here. Put a counter spell. See, like, all those could have been bad cards, but because they got Dragon Rage Chandler...
They're filtering their deck.
Yeah, they're going to keep finding, like, Supreme Gas. That's very hard to deal with. But at least they're down to just 1 Dragon Rage Chandler instead of 2. Anyway, we'll attack. And I guess if they don't block, we play the Hexcatcher. Let's just maximize damage. It's just 1 damage, but like...
Means the world.
Yeah, like I'm going to play this Hexcatcher next turn anyway. There's not a lot of room to just get my opponent anyhow. Because they have to attack for 3. So like if they've got just counter spells in hand and nothing to trigger the Dragon Rage Chandler, maybe we can race them.
Yeah, you got that Cavern.
They do have a random card on top of their deck. Oh, not so random anymore. Okay, they're looking for a bauble here. No, they did not find it. Oh, unfortunately, I could not draw anything useful. My hand has been pretty threat dense, but again, they work better off of fewer resources than we do. Play the island just in case I draw Force Negation. Another one. Yeah, it's funny. I've got these Force Negations in my deck. Like, I haven't played many. Like, I've been playing against Yawgmoth and Murktide, which are two matchups I do not want Force Negation. There are so many matchups where Force Negation is good. Okay, so Ragavan, I think we're just going to let that smack us. And just hope that they can't get anything off the top of our deck.
3-drop.
Bounce this thing. Or just land. Land would be perfect. They find Hexcatcher. That is not a blank. That's a good one. But I can't afford to block because they're just so far ahead on the board. But one island can change a lot. Oh, sorry, one island Walk Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe not. It's still going to be close even if I get an island Walk Lord. Okay, so we're going to attack for 3. Okay. It's not good, but there's nothing I can do about that. So at least we have something to stone block the Ragavan next turn. They don't have removal, which is good. I mean, they might get it soon because now they're playing some gas. Top or bottom? No, okay. They dump a Ledger Shredder out there. So some chance. Like if they don't have removal, we have a chance. There isn't honestly a whole lot of removal in these decks. Like especially game 1. It's like at most 8 pieces, but sometimes it's as low as 6, and they depend on a lot of counter spells. See, like they have, there's so many blanks in this deck, it's insane. There's a lot of bricks, but I still need to finish them off. I would say if there was a game to win, it would be this one. Okay, so I do have to be careful about this Ragavan because it is going... If I go do an all-out attack, I have to have a plan for this Ragavan.
Trickster, trickster, trickster.
I think I want an Island Walk Lord more. But I don't know. Maybe Trickster is fine too. I can attack for 5 Trickster and then maybe win.
Well, I mean, you can play it.
Attack for 5, probably do something there.
You can bounce a boy.
Merfolk.
Get him off the table.
Maybe bounce a Shredder. We'll wait to get into the situation and figure it out. I'll attack for 5 first. Okay, they're going to keep their life total high. That's smart. They pass. If they tap out enough, like maybe I bounce the Ledger Shredder, so they have no opportunity to replay it this turn. If they do nothing, maybe I just bounce. It doesn't seem like it matters what I bounce.
He'll be behind by at least a little bit.
Because the problem is, let's say I bounce this right now. They replay it. You actually also have a chance of triggering this. Like no matter what I bounce, they win next turn. 3, like even if I bounce this, they replay it. It's only 1 power. I take 3, go to 4. They still have lethal next turn. What if I take 5, bounce this? Then if I draw Trickster, that might be an out. Okay, hold on. I can attack for. What if I draw Lord? If I draw Lord, that's 4, 7, 8, 9. So the deal is, if I bounce this at end of turn and I draw Trickster, that gives me the opportunity to turn this off for a turn. What are all the things that I can draw? I'm thinking of just taking the damage, go to 2, bounce one of them at end of turn, and then figure it out later.
Just gotta hope he doesn't have a lightning bolt in that.
Well, if they have a lightning bolt, I'm really dead anyway because I can kill one of my creatures. So I think that's the deal. Actually, Trickster might win because I can attack for what, 6 here? Yeah, Trickster might be a win. Well, that sucks. Okay, so... Okay, let's see. I can protect versus Lightning Bolt now. I mean, unless they get a land. If they get a land, I'm sort of toast. Another Dragon Rage Challenge. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so now I don't think I have a rat's ass chance of winning. Oh, they shocked themselves.
Yeah, down to 8.
That's insane. Okay. Now I can bounce this and Hexcatcher will be lethal. Oh, that was a big... I think putting your life total to 8 is insane. Oh, maybe they just have a... Okay. Okay, now I just need an Island Walk Lord. But I had no... My opponent's like, Lord in top deck? I hope. Okay, so... Does bouncing anything do anything?
Yeah, flexes on him.
I guess I bounce the DRC. I don't know what changes anything. Yeah, I can't tell. I'm just going to play it. Okay, Lord! I had no chance of winning this game. Or I had a low chance of winning this game before that. Because I didn't have lethal, but my opponent put themselves down low enough. Lord for the win. Or Island Walk Lord for the win. No. Wasn't meant to be.
Always this Aether Vial.
Yeah, always this Aether Vial, right when I need help. No lucky break. Yeah, they didn't play 2 creatures. That's too bad. This is one of those games where, like, in the games where they don't have a lot of removal, because they'll bring in a lot more post board, but in the games that they don't have a lot of removal, you have like pretty good chances of winning. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, so we go back to the plan. Dismembers, Chalice. Subtlety, take out Force, take out Spreading Seas, taking out some 1-drops so that they don't trip up on our Chalice on 1.
Taking out 10 drops.
Not that I love Subtlety in this matchup, but when you're on the Chalice plan, the problem is I just had too many games where I like play Chalice on 1, and I can't even cast my damn 1-drops anymore if I don't have Cavernous Souls in play. I lost to my own Chalice too many times. And like playing Subtlety on a Murktide is not too bad. Okay, I won the die roll. None of my sideboard cards. Nothing. And also not a good curve because I have nothing to do on turn 2. I have nothing to do on turn 2. Subtlety will happen on curve. Tiebinder will happen on curve. Not that I don't think Tiebinder is really that valuable in this matchup, and Subtlety is not very valuable in this hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan. I mean, I'll keep it.
He mulliganed.
That's some good news.
Go to 5. The dream of him going to 5 is over.
I'm not going to complain too much about this hand. It's okay. Our opponent didn't have a 1-drop, so that's really strong for us. I mean, they might go turn 2. What's it called?
Resign.
The thing? What's that thing called?
The old turn 2 resign.
Shredder, but like I can live with that. Subtlety.
Look who came back.
Yeah. I threw you on the bottom, damn it.
He floated his way back up to the top.
Would have much preferred Dismember or Chalice. Oh, they have their own Subtlety. Do I want to... What do they throw away? Expressive Iteration for that? That's insane. I'll just keep my Lord. I'll put it on top. Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Easy clap.
I don't know how desirable that is from the Murktide's point of view, but whatever. Maybe they're preparing a big Murktide. Maybe. It's the only other it's the only other alternative way I think they're playing this hand, or could want to play this hand. I don't really want to play a Lord into their Lightning Bolt or something, so I'm just going to pass. And if I really need an extra body on the battlefield, I can play Trickster. All right. Lord.
Flood the board with lords.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to try to do. And now I'm going to do a trick I have not done in many an age. Okay, so with this on the stack, I'm going to activate the vial, put a Lord in play, and then tick it up to get to prepare subtlety. Interesting.
Merfolk needs haste creatures with vigilance and death touch. Merfolk needs haste creatures with vigilance and death touch. And they should be 1 mana or free.
Okay, there's Dragon Rage Chandler, which we in theory can kill. Don't play Murktide here. Are they just fetching for nothing? Oh, they're playing around Tishanda's Tidebinder, I guess. Well, they can't block this, so... Oh, you know what? I don't need to attack. I need 2 blockers, so my intention is going to be like to play Trickster to kill this thing, so that's what I'm going to do. So they'll need 2 removal spells in order to save their Dragon Rage Chandler. Yeah, we'll let them attack and force them to have 2 removal spells to deal with this. Okay, there's one thing. They should actually let me block first.
Don't give them any ideas.
Because if they played like 2 removal spells here, I would play Subtlety just to... What do they do? Put Spell Pierce into their graveyard? Okay. You have Spell Pierce postboard? What is going on here? Okay, I'm going to hold up Subtlety for the turn that they play any creature. We'll play our Lord, attack for 2. Simple plan, but it works. Sure. I am babying this thing. It's card advantage, basically. Because if you subtlety a random creature, then you're up on cards.
Ragavan is not random.
If they dashed a Ragavan, I'd probably just let it resolve.
Oh, no, I mean, not Ragavan. Regent. Murktide.
Always, no.
The big dragon. He's not random.
Cool.
Well, it's not looking good for him. But you never know. Yeah, all right.
Okay. Didn't get sideboard cards, didn't need it. They didn't have... Their hand was poor, though. They didn't have any 1-drop. They didn't draw into any 1-drops.
Can't compete with that subtlety.
Actually, they did have a 1-drop, but we were able to answer it.
Hey.
Huh? Oh, yeah, can't compete with the subtlety.
This isn't streaming, though, so...
Yeah, they just soul read me.
Yeah. Who's the poker player that was really good at that? Negranu?
You could say any of them. I mean, you're only good at poker because you can, like, soul read people. Oh, what to do on the draw here? I think just do what I did before.
Actually, no, wait. You take the thing up to 4. He knows.
Yeah, like the thing it wasn't random, and like I played in a way that it really telegraphed I had subtlety that game. Wasn't trying to hide the damn thing.
Not very subtle at 4 mana.
Yeah, exactly. I like viled in my lord on 2, ticked it up to 3. This is a tough hand. They mulligan to 6. I have like plays to do on 1, but like actually there's 2 3-drops in my hand. Just too risky. I'm gonna mulligan it. I swear I have. What's it called?
Bad luck.
No, Chalice of the Void in here. Anyway, I'm going to keep this. I'm actually going to dump the Vial. I think having the thread is more important, and if I can like curve into more lands, then this will become valuable. Also, I just don't like, let's say I dump Subtlety. Then I only have 2 creatures. That doesn't make it a very good Vial hand, so I'm just going to remove it. They go turn 1. If they go like turn 1 creature, I'll dismember it, and we'll just figure it out from there. Oh, they go turn 1 nothing. Maybe they were playing for Spell Pierce. Hopefully they were playing for Spell Pierce. No Spell Pierce for you. No Spell Pierce for you.
He'll try it anyway. Maybe it'll still work. This game is full of bugs.
No, nothing. No turn 1 play period. It's fine by me.
Keep sucking that life. Come on.
There's the Shredder. Another Subtlety. There is an island for my dock hand. Okay, so I will just dismember this thing, so my opponent cannot get any value out of it.
Force negation. No.
Do I tap or do I attack?
You could tap. Might slow him down big time.
No, but the deck is a really mana efficient deck, but they have no turn 1 play. So they have another Shredder? If they have another Shredder and they do nothing, I'm not going to be thrilled about that. I think I'm just going to attack.
1 damage.
Although I wouldn't want them to play a land Shredder and then Lightning Bolt my Lord on the following turn. I'm not going to Subtlety another Shredder if there's another Shredder played. I'm just going to slowly play these things. I'm also going to be careful. I'm probably going to play this Cavern of Souls on Elemental. Just in case. Because if I have one more land coming up, then, I mean, it'll be good to Subtlety over and over again.
It's free pizza.
They fetched in advance because of Tishana's Tidebinder. That's right. So I think I'm still going to name this Elemental. Hopefully that doesn't backfire on me.
Once again, you're telegraphing what you have in your hand.
I don't care. And I'll probably just throw this Tidebinder out.
Dab how big? Huge, in fact.
You know, the way this dock hand is playing out in this matchup, maybe the Island Walk just isn't that important.
This guy's doing Bop Kiss.
Yeah, I know, but...
what's going on here?
I need to sort of do something. I like how my curve is really diverse. Engineer Explosives has no power over here.
Bigger. More. A big creature.
So what if I Subtlety your Subtlety?
Or you can just let it go.
Yeah, how much removal do you have? Okay. Maybe that's just not the line. Maybe I am supposed to Subtlety the Subtlety. Then I would have like a ton of power on the battlefield. I could hit for like a ton.
Is it too late?
It's a little too passive. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put this on the bottom. Okay, let's get a Merfolk in play. That's annoying. That extra land actually mattered. Do you have another Subtlety? That'd be wild. Maybe they have Murktide in hand, but there's just no way to get it online. Another Merfolk. Yeah, I could have hoofed my opponent for, what, 6? They would go down to 10. pretty strong. Well, now I'm appreciating the island walk here. Draw 2 top, 0 bottom. That is not good for me. Okay, we at least have a subtlety to try to block their subtlety, I guess.
We need bombs.
Univolt's not bad. They could crack that fiery island. It would be a big problem. Am I supposed to play defensively with this subtlety? If they have like another subtlety, what am I in? Deep shit or something? Okay, you know what? I'll let them hit me. I'm just going to play subtlety at end of turn. They have another subtlety. I'm really screwed.
Where's the double blue going to come from?
From this one. I named
Oh, right. Yeah.
Cavern Elemental.
Brain not working.
So I'm just going to feebly attempt to race. Wonder if they're going to like Tishana's Tidebinder this. No, they're just going to Lightning Bolt. So I was going to take 3 damage from this no matter what. Sure. Land is not the worst because I can at least attack for 3. That's not ideal. They have 3 freaking cards in hand.
Yeah, but they might be donuts.
Well, they might, but they topped 2 cards with their what's it called?
Tap out big for the Regent.
I would like them to just play some random creature so I get some value out of this subtlety. Take 3. If they do nothing, I have to play subtlety to compete with the board.
Come on. Big.
But it's just great value if they play a creature into the subtlety. From their perspective, it might just look like I'm flooding out. Oh, they went for the Murktide. Beautiful. That was just
uncounterable subtlety.
I do have an uncounterable subtlety.
Hoo-ha!
That's exactly what I needed to see. Although when the Murktide comes back, I don't know if they're going to put it on top of their deck, but when the Murktide comes back, it'll still be a problem. Still be lethal.
Put it on the bottom.
Ah, he's still Unholy Heat, my stupid guy. Okay, so I need a Lord. They put it on top. Okay, I need an Island Walk Lord. Ah, they draw out a card too? Okay, that is acceptable. Okay, we don't need this elemental anymore. I don't know, maybe I should have kept it up. Okay, what is this? It's close. I have to sort of keep the Trickster for Murktide. So they're going to attack me for 3, put me down to 4. Ah, these are good draws. Need them to like 0 top. 1 top, 1 bottom. Oh, I guess we're dead. Because they'll Murktide here. And I have to save Trickster for 1 turn. I have to save Trickster for 1 turn. So we take 3, go to 4, which is fine. Because it's not 0. Yeah, it's not 0, that's right. So I can get hit by this twice. I can at least attack with Dockhand.
Stop.
That is a problem. Okay, so now I have to play desperately. Do I have to play desperately? I think I do. I have to play Trickster and then just hope to top deck an Island Walk Lord. That's the only way I can win.
Yep.
Is there any other way I can do this?
Nope.
Yeah, too much damage. Too much damage.
Heart of the cards,
Yeah,
as
heart
Yuki
of the
would
cards.
say.
Okay. Gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
My grandfather always told me. Come on.
We
Yes!
got it. All right. Something paid off for the Merfolk Master. This is lethal, right?
Yeah, it's 8.
It's 8. ...
Sorry, pal.
That's
poker, folks.
Smiley face. Yeah, that's poker, folks. I rivered him. And we're going to go down that river in style. I know.
Lucky boy. Oh, he's getting salty.
Yes. Finally. Some luck has come my way. I run with like absolute dog shit in these challenges. All right, we're
4-2. 3-2.
no, we're 3-2. But for you guys, we're 1-0. It's basically like we're resetting the whole thing today. All right, that was round 5. I will see you guys in round 6. Round 6, let's go. Okay, we're on the play. We have a hand. I'm going to keep it. A bit of an awkward hand. Do I even do anything on turn 1? This is a rare moment. I'm going to look up my opponent.
Sharkscope.com.
They play Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth, eh? They've
Figures.
been playing a lot of Yawgmoth. So with Yawgmoth in mind, I am not going to play Tideshaper on turn 1. Because there's definitely a possibility that I could do that. Instead, we are just going to play land pass. Because Island Walk is just a little too important in this matchup. Just pass up like that. And here comes Yawgmoth. Oh, wow. No turn 1 Delighted Halfling. Maybe we have a chance. Although I would have preferred to have some other random 1 drop for turn 1. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, but no island.
Huh? What?
No island to play it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can't. Well, that's, you know what? That's fine. Then we'll just pitch it to Force Negation.
No!
Okay, we'll go Merfolk. We'll just come out of the gates and get this thing down. It is important to get it down early. Because with the trigger on the stack, they can always Bowmasters it later. So, this is okay.
That was it. That was your 1 land. You were just having a bunch of 1 drops. Green, dang it.
Well, they didn't mulligan, right? Well, actually, this casts nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it casted this thing. I might counter it, because I don't have a whole lot of things I can counter with Force Negation, right?
Yep.
So, let's make some use out of this.
Bye, spreading seas. See you next year.
I wonder if this is feigning weakness. Dock hand, so I could attack. They block. I Trickster it. Is there any advantage to holding up Trickster here?
No. Trickster so it doesn't get the Undying and then it's poof, gone forever.
There is value holding back Lord of Atlantis, so I guess we'll attack. Just attack for 2. Because if they go play Grist and kill my Lord, I'd be very sad. Big sad face. But this is less of a sad face. And Trickster doesn't have a ton of value in this matchup either.
Not true.
Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe they are screwed.
It can shut down Yawgmoth for a turn.
I mean, I'm not going to waste my Trickster. I'll Trickster this Young Wolf. All right, maybe we're running good. This is obviously, we're way ahead here. They can play
Island,
nothing.
please.
I would appreciate it, but it's not necessary. So do we play Tishana? Yeah, I guess we're going to play Tishana's Tidebinder. We'll just attack for 4, get our Tidebinder. I think get our Tidebinder in play and follow it up with a Lord. I mean, I could have attacked for 6, then went to 12. I mean, none of it's lethal. Okay, whatever. So
Play fetch land so we can trick it.
Yeah, that too. That would be tough for them. Yeah, fetch land is pretty lethal as well. Okay, well, I'm just going to throw the Tidebinder out.
That feels like
Then we'll
waste.
go for a big turn. Well, I got to keep progressing the board, especially since they're doing nothing.
He's not doing nothing.
They're doing nothing.
He's building up to something.
Again, I want to preserve my Lord of Atlantis. So here I can attack for a lot, play the Hex Catcher. What am I attacking for, actually? This is 3, 6, 10. Put them to 14. There is value to just, like, playing... Like, let's say I play Lord Dockhand. You play Grist. Sack Young Wolf. Kill Lord. Is that still lethal? You're at 4. And I still have a Hex Catcher in hand. Yeah, that is technically lethal. So sack Young Wolf, kill Lord, have only one creature in play. Sure, yeah, we'll go that line. Seems strong. We still have Hexcatcher later. They can't magically... I don't think they can magically Eldritch Evolution into anything important. There is value getting my opponent's life total like super ridiculously low. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about my luck that game. All right, that was a good. I was very satisfied with how that game played out. Probably the force negation on the Cauldron didn't even do anything. Okay, Cursed Totem. That is it, right? I sometimes wonder if it's worth bringing in... Like, the problem is that a lot of these games go long. Like, either they have Yawgmoth, they just turbo out Yawgmoth, or we've interacted with, like, one of their important spells, and then we are just, like, in this long, grinding, waiting game. So it's possible Subtlety is worth more than, say, Trickster. Oh, sorry, in the games where they turbo something out. But I usually don't have a great curve. I mean, like, I'm really depending on this Cursed Totem for the most part. Or they have, like, a really dirty hand. What can I say? They didn't have turn 1 Halfling, and we capitalized on it.
Ba-dum-ba.
But I still got to win one of the next 2 games. That's the hard part. Got to win one of the next 2 games. I wonder, how good is Hexcatcher in this match? Maybe Hexcatcher is a weak link. Just trying to give myself an excuse to bring Subtlety in. I just don't know. Because in the games, they just turbo things out. Like, I'm not happy about that. Maybe Dismember is worth it just to kill Halfling. How many mana sources do these decks play now? It's like Delighted Halfling, 4 Wall of Roots. And Hexcatcher is actually weak to Bowmasters, so I hate having multiples of those anyway. I mean, I play Hexcatcher just exclusively as just extra power, so if my opponent has like one of those hands where they just have a wall of creatures, that I can be more comfortable just swinging in with everything. But even then, with like the Soul Cauldron makes it very difficult. Very difficult to attack. As we saw in the first match where I just attack with anything, but they can just randomly put a counter on any particular creature to help trade or trade up. Hand is awkward, but I'll keep. If our opponent doesn't turbo out a Yawgmoth, this hand will probably be good. If we can get Vial to 4. Sorry, Vial to 3. Because we do have Tide Shaper and another hand without turn 1 Halfling, which is going to be very good for us. In fact, when we get Dockhand online, we're not going to get Dockhand online before they play Grist, though.
Not true.
Can also Tishanda's Tiebinder the Soul Cauldron if necessary. Ooh, they shocked. What is this?
And they have nothing.
Abrupt Decay.
Land, please.
Oh, I guess it's Bowmaster. Oh, is it Bowmaster? But you don't have to fetch. I'm not threatening. Is this Abrupt Decay? Oh, this thing. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If it was kicked, exile target permanent. Okay, it's gone. Much to my unhappiness. Well, we screwed their mana game 1. They screwed ours. It's only fair.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, we got Dryad Arbor. But no Grist.
Where's Gabriel Nassif?
I don't know.
Walked right into that one.
Oh!
Just 1 mana short.
No, I don't think I'm going to try to stop my... I need to progress my board. I'm not going to stall my opponent. Uh-oh, that's not good news. In fact, that is very bad news. Oh, that's interesting. So I can kill the stupid Bowmaster. Actually, which one do I want? This can't grow, but this can. So the next one is really gonna suck. If I kill... But if I kill this, it can just come back, and that's just like an extra creature that can be sacked to Grist or something, so... Because I'll chew up the Bowmaster. Yep, I got this turn too. Well, actually, I mean, they might have more removal than I think. They spent this on the Ether Vial. But at the same time, they spent it on the Ether Vial, not the Curse Totem. Land. No.
Unbelievable.
I can believe it. This is my life versus Yawgmoth. I got teased with a game 1 win. I got teased. It was a tease. It wasn't meant to be. Does this thing need a target? Like, there's still a really good chance we go land, Curse Totem. I can just lord them out. Like, there's still like a really good chance to just win from here.
This looks awful.
Because they their clock is just garbage. They got no clock here. I mean, it can turn into a clock soon. I know.
Come on.
This is my life in the challenges. Like, this has nothing to do with my opponent's skill. I mean, I should give them the credit that they eat up my Ether Vial, but still. Okay, let's see if this is enough time to come back. It might not.
We'll see. It's a heavy boot on his head, that's for sure.
Exile Target Artifact, so they might go Chord for Reclamation Sage. Yeah, it looks like they're courting for Reclamation Sage. Which is totally fair. But I could counter that if I could get this out a lot earlier. Yeah. Sure, that's fine.
Hey, you might draw another one.
Now I'm at a point where if I draw another one, they'll just beat me down with these dinky creatures. Like, they'll attack for 5, go to 11, play another Curse Totem, attack for 5, go to 6. Like, I'm just dying to random stuff. Randomly powered creatures. I need the Curse Totem earlier. A lot earlier. I especially needed it before the Yawgmoth came down, which drew them, like, what, 3 cards?
Another one. Yeah, I don't even know what to do. Just do something, I guess. Make them play cards. Make them do things. And he can't shut off his activated ability with the Trickster.
I mean, I have to get them to do something. And if they opt to do nothing, which they don't need to, they'll just keep attacking. Maybe that's a line. Just, you know, hope my opponent does something. Oh, they're going to play another chord. Yeah. I wonder, maybe subtlety on the draw has some value. Even though I don't think it would have helped this game. Like, I don't think it would have, like, I really needed that Curse Totem in a lot earlier. Okay, I don't know why I'm playing this thing out. Like, does it change
for fun.
Anything? Yeah, I can't even beat this combo. I'm going to keep things as they are. Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I don't know about on the play, but on the draw, maybe I want Subtlety in versus Trickster or Hexcatcher. All right, 2 non-games. Non-game for them, non-game for me. Both could have been solved by either of us just drawing lands.
Yeah. Don't forget, people, Arena is fixed.
Not exactly. Well, it's like, it's a little fixed. So that people, like, at least get a hand worth playing. Okay, finally! Wow, I have a hand where I actually have my bomb. Okay, finally. And if they have turn 1 halfling, I'll be thrilled.
You can't say bomb on an airplane.
Fortunately, I'm not on an airplane. There's the halfling.
It's about to become a nothling.
Yeah. Oh, I drew an Aether Vial. Well, I'm not going to wait. Okay, I'm going to attack for 1, and the reason for this is that I can have Hexcatcher. So if they block, it's like a risk of their halfling dying. Yeah, so they don't block. But then I play the Curse Totem, which shuts off my dock hand, but also everything in your deck, which is the plan.
Just resign. You got nothing.
Well, here's the deal. Like, now they could set up this gigantic barricade. This stops their creatures from doing anything, but they can still, like, so the deal is Yawgmoth decks can come down to, like, this board stall that you have to break eventually. Anyway, that's the problem.
Yeah, we got Spreading Seas. You got Tide Shaper.
Yeah, but I don't have Spreading Seas in my hand.
Oh, but it's in there.
Yeah, it's somewhere there. Tide Shaper and Spreading Seas.
They're going to save the day.
It's not here. Legion's End. Right, so I'm going to kill this. They get to see my hand. I have no more of those. Seems like a waste, but I guess it's just a means of knowing what's up.
It's calling from information.
Not sure what to do with my hand here because this is awkward. Trickster. Okay, that's actually fine. Go play this. Then if they go for Grist, if they make like a token, I will tap it down or something. Like, Grist can't get a whole lot of value. They're probably wondering, why did I leave up 2 mana? That's none of your business.
What Legion?
Legion. I wonder what matchup this is for. Is it like for like Murktide or something? This looks like it's gonna be Grist. Oh, Sage. Damn it. I played this stupid Vial. Alright. Curse Totem goes bye-bye. What does that mean? Do I want to... I guess this card will do nothing this turn. Damn it. That's a 1-of in their deck.
Don't worry, you have 3 more of the totems. And here it comes.
There you go. I'm going to tap down the Sage. Well,
Another one.
I need a lot of beef.
It's coming. Curse Totem.
Curse Totem number 2.
Number 2 right here. Well, not bad.
Okay, now I'm going to be holding up this Tidebinder. For hopefully, I don't know, I mean, it's not going to be that good versus Yawgmoth. They just slam Yawgmoth down. Okay, they know about Tidebinder. They know. Sure.
Junk.
Okay, they're tapping their black mana down, which is good, because then I can Violent Hexcatcher. Sorry, just play Hexcatcher. Or not.
Young Wolf.
There's the Young Wolf. Okay, but I do like this. They can't play Bowmasters, so I can like play Hexcatcher, tick Vile up, play Lord, protect Hexcatcher, still have a little room to play around. Well, not so much room to play around Court of Calling. Like then
You won't need to because here comes a Cursed Totem. Come on down. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da.
I have a mystery card in hand. Can they kill this? It's 4. They could put everything in front of Trickster. I guess I'd accept that trade. So the thing is, they could block with the Wall of Roots. They know I have a Lord. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put it in play, I guess. I have to put it in play to protect my Hexcatcher. Otherwise, it's gonna be so hard to protect my Hexcatcher for the rest of the game. Anyway, so we're gonna hold up this Tishana's Tidebinder. So now we're just waiting patiently for some Island Walk source.
He's stuck on 3 lands.
This is all mana. This is mana. This is mana. Not stuck on anything. They can play anything they want. They literally can play whatever the hell they want. That's awkward. Well, that dies.
Gotta let her go.
I guess that means they got cord. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're just guess we die. I'm gonna take this up to 5. Sorry, 3. Take the Vial up to 3, so that we can get. If we draw like Spreading Seas, we can still activate Tishana's Tidebinder for something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, grand scheme of things, I can't complain. I had like an acceptable hand. It's not like they have one Reclamation Sage. They do have their Court of Callings, but it's harder to pull off Court of Calling when there's a damn Cursed Totem in play.
He didn't take it off.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Well, it didn't punish me yet. Okay, so for this turn, it doesn't punish me. They don't know about this island, so I'm going to keep it in my hand. It's not relevant for them to know. This cord or what? It's something else. What the hell is this? You're going to eat my vial or something? No, it's cord. Okay. Put my Lord in play, I guess. Try to save it from the army of Yawgmoth.
Shame that you just can't point Trickbinder at it and just shut it down.
No, I can't. I have to wait for them to activate Yawgmoth. And they know I have Timebinder in my hand, too. And they have a Young Wolf in play. They're basically one from here.
That's not true.
Okay, minus... What do I do? Do I just go for it here?
Yes.
Maybe not. Maybe I have to wait for them to, like, put Young Wolf Undying on the stack. Because otherwise they will just sack Young Wolf. Okay. And then they'll like even go more crazy. Or just equally crazy. I mean, that's why they're not sacking Young Wolf right now. Also, I could even Tidebinder the trigger of the Young Wolf. I mean, I'm not happy with what's going on right here. I mean, they're refilling their hand. But in response to the Tishana's Tidebinder ability, What the hell? Okay, so they get to play a grist. Sure.
The problem with these decks is that they're not fun.
Well, they're fun for some people. Some people love these decks. They
No
absolutely love it.
strategy. You're just waiting for like 3 cards to get in your hand. See, with Merfolk, you got to make maneuvers. You got to think ahead. You got to think behind.
So either way, I get screwed here. Yeah, I guess I'll let the Young Wolf resolve, and then we'll counter this stupid thing. It doesn't matter really. I'm lost. I'm just sort of playing this out for no reason. The game didn't go our way.
No.
We needed like game 2 to be a game. Like I understand this is a bad matchup, but it wasn't fair that our second game was a complete non-game after we stole game 1. This is the first time in like 5 matches I've finally seen Cursed Totem, and then they just like played Reclamation Stage like it was no business. I don't know. Like the problem is I could not. Maybe there's a world where I don't play Ether Vial. I guess I needed Ether Vial turn 1 badly because I drew it too late, and then it was just clunky. There's a world where I don't play Ether Vial, but I can't hold up Tishana's Tidebinder for the rest of the game. Like, that's just so hard. So at some point I have to tap out, and the best time to tap out was when I played my Ether Vial. Our opponent's gone down to 9. That's some of the good news. Okay, Cord for 1, which is probably another Young Wolf, so they can just like bounce the Young Wolves off each other. Again, none of this would happen with Cursed Totem on the board. Now, I guess if we still top deck Cursed Totem, well, I wouldn't say we have a chance, but we'd have a better chance than no chance. So they have just a full hand, and they have 6 power in play. No, okay, that's fine. Well done, Yawgmoth player. All right, that was round 2. Let's move on. Or that was round 6. Let's move on to round 7. Here for round 7, apparently we lost the die roll. We have a keepable hand.
Our opponent dumped almost 10 minutes, though.
9? 9 minutes. Starts at 25. They're at 16. We have the time advantage, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's like the only time it ever mattered is like some convoluted combo decks and some old versions of
Clan Ironworks.
Of like control decks that were like really patient and slow, but everything's like super aggressive these days.
Back in my day.
Here's a Ragavani. We're up against another Murktide deck. Look how diverse Modern is. I'm up against like literally Murktide and
Clan Ironworks.
just Murktide and Yawgmoth this entire challenge. Or a lot of it, I should say. It's dead. It died a horrible death.
Lightning bolts should be restricted.
Hmm?
Lightning bolts should be restricted.
So many people would be very upset over that.
Oh, come on. There's a billion
Super,
shocks
super
and burns
upset.
and whatever.
All right, what are they going to get off of me? Hopefully nothing useful. Surprised they're playing this. Oh, did it already go through? Oh, they got an Ottawar off of me. That's fine. They don't know what I have. They don't know what I have. Fetch Shock. They're doing a lot of work for us. We do have a Lord, so like out of nowhere we can like really get him. Oh, I've no, I have F6 apparently. So I don't have like, that's sort of a little bit of a tell. They know I don't have Force Negation. Okay, they're gonna refill a little bit. Well, I don't want to play this into, it's one of the more important cards. So I'll just play Merfolk. Because I could play this but I don't think it's useful. I'd rather play my Trickster and try to just tap the Ragavan. They get one less treasure for the turn. One less chance of taking one of my cards off the top of my deck that turn. And just figure it out from there.
Treasure.
What do they do with this? They scryed one to the top, one to the bottom with their preordained, so they have something somewhat good. Another preordained, sure.
You need to start using these preordains. Speed up your deck a bit.
Okay, we will. They 0 topped and 2 to the bottom. Maybe with my Tidebinder next turn, I'll just hit the trigger on this thing. Unlike our other games against Murktide, they were able to keep their life total really high. In this case, they had to fetch Shock a few times. That's a little pleasant. Does that mean I even play Mutavault here? Maybe not. So we'll play Cavern of Souls. And I think I'll just attack for 2. Tidebinder something. I'll just try to set up double Lord. That would be for 9. Not really close to lethal, to be honest. And if they go for a Murktide, I'm probably going to have to play an Otawara. Maybe not, but probably.
Ooh, shocking.
Oh my god, what is this? They have...
The big boy.
I'm assuming Subtlety? Like, I'm assuming Subtlety. So with this trigger, I'm going to attempt to Tishana's Tidebinder. Yeah. That's not bad. I mean, it's not great either. I'll put it on the bottom. I don't need this thing again. They found an island off me. Just hopefully they don't play Murktide off this. That would be brutal. Dockhand. Interesting. Okay, so I can go Lord, attack. Well, there are some problems if I just go Lord. If I go... So my options are like Mutavault, Lord, Dockhand, attack for 3. But if they have 1 removal spell, I'm in a lot of trouble. Because then they like eat my Trickster, kill my Lord. The other option is double Lord, attack for 4, put my opponent down to 6. You attack me for 5? That actually seems reasonable. And then if this double Lord doesn't work out, then I still have Mutavault and Dockhand for the following turn. And they don't have like the clock is not lethal. Not for a while at least. And if they have no removal in hand, I mean this is just pretty much lethal. Okay, looks like they're gonna die next turn. That just happens. Sometimes they just have nothing. They might just concede here. Okay. I don't know what it is. They always get expressive iteration when they are desperate. That is the best possible top deck. They'll search 3 cards deep.
And find nothing.
Always. And they found another expressive iteration. All right, time to dig further. We gotta go deeper.
What mana to pay for it? Oh.
Drain Rage down. All right, so go 4 cards deeper. Yeah. Yeah, they have to. Well, they'll find at least 1 removal spell here. So then they'll attack me for 5, put me to 11. Next turn they'll threaten to attack for 8. It's interesting. Spell Snare. When at the exile zone. Well, that's a sign. That's not a good sign, actually, for them. Okay, they attack me for 5.
Easy peasy.
They found Mutavault, which is not good, useful to them.
Looks like you're gonna clean this one up. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That was actually a little lucky on my part. They looked super far, and they couldn't find like one of their 7 or 8 other, I guess 6 to 7 other removal spells. But that's how it is versus Murktide. Like they can just completely brick. Okay, I'm going to bring in Chalice as we've normally done the Dismember. So, you know, based on the last few games, maybe let's try Tide Shaper instead of the Dockhand. I sort of like the idea of Dockhand just attacking through, like, a few creatures no matter what they have. But maybe the extra power is just going to matter more overall. So let's try that. And I'm going to take out Force and Negation and bring in some Subtleties. So I'll take out the...
No.
Oops. No, I don't need
No.
I don't need Spraying Seas versus Nyla deck.
I only saw one island on his side of the table. Let me put it that way.
I don't really like this hand, but I'm gonna keep it.
They mulliganed. They went to 5.
This hand gets better. They might. It's this. They shouldn't resign, but it's possible they'll go like Dragon Rage Chandler. I kill it with Dismember, and they'll just concede on the spot. It's possible. That's not a good start for them. Okay, they didn't like what's on top. They target themselves, right? I think they target themselves. Yeah, they're digging. I mean, they find Murktide. That's a reasonable card to come back with. Okay, Trickster is fantastic. That's exactly what we need to see. Dash. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. Donald and Cupid. Donner, whatever. Donald.
Donner Trump.
Donald Tello. Deshaun's Tidebinder. Yeah, this is just too important. I'm going to keep this back. Merfolk, and we'll play Trickster, hold up Tidebinder for something.
You saw it live on stream. He beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES.
I don't know if that many people saw that.
It happened. The footage is out there.
It was real. Yeah, it was a real event. Cool.
That's cool.
I can counter a bauble activation or something.
Yeah, actually. You can also counter his fetch land. Oh no, he doesn't have one.
If it's played, sure. I don't even know how useful that would be, but it's better than countering nothing.
Could be backbreaking. Are you kidding? Come on.
Play that bauble. I dare you. Okay, so I just have to throw this out for nothing.
You got Cavern. Safe.
They might play Subtlety here. That would just be awful.
Cavern wouldn't deflect Subtlety?
No. That's the whole point of Subtlety. Okay, Merfolk. Our hand with no creatures has turned out pretty good. They might be... I can't interact with that. Hit you for 2. At first I thought, well, maybe they were just trying to bait me to play enough creatures on board so that they, what's it called, Brother's Hood end? Because that's a pretty popular sideboard card now. Not every Murktide deck plays it, but, like, a good chunk of them do now. Sort of feels like a waste, but, like, if I have nothing to do, I really want to close this game out. I don't want to... Like,
3 damage.
You can, like, let your opponent find a lot of good cards. I can empty my hand here.
Nah, play it safe.
Empty my hand. Attack for 5.
Play it safe.
They don't seem to have anything, though. Okay, I'm going to play this Lord, but I'm not going to commit anything else after that. It doesn't seem like they have Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End.
7 damage.
7. I could make it 9.
Nah. Keep it a mystery. Make him sweat over it.
9, they go to 4. Brotherhood ends, I sack 2 creatures. Or they play a land, I sack 3 creatures, just have Tidebinder left. Yeah, that looks almost lethal.
He did the math.
I mean, if they go Engineer Explosives on 2, I guess I can still sack a bunch of cards. Yeah, so start sacking stuff. And if they pay, then...
They really pay. Oh yeah, he'll go. See ya, Hexcatcher. You did your job.
So if I counter this... So they need a land. They need a land coming into play untapped, is what they need. So, can't be Steam Vents, can't be Spiral Bluff Canal, can't be a fetch land, because when this cracks and kills these two, because if the thing is, if I counter this with, say, a Mass of the Pearl Trident, and then this resolves, then, sorry, it doesn't resolve, they're going to let it get countered, and then they bolt this thing, or play land, bolt this thing, then I'm in a bad shape, so I'm going to let this resolve now. And then, they need, like, basic island, or basic mountain, to like exploit this situation.
Nope.
Yeah, and we won the match. All right, round 7. Beat up a Murktide deck. Nice clean 2-0 this time. Instead of all those other horrible games. And we found some sideboard cards. Also, they mulligan to 5, which I don't know. Everyone seems to be able to. When I'm playing Magic, I mulligan to 5 all the time. When my opponents play Magic, they never mulligan to 5. So something at least went my way finally in this game. And with that, let's move on to round 8. We're here for round 8, the final round. We're playing for top 64. We got a Lord hand. I guess we are going to keep it. We'll probably go turn 1 Tide Shaper. Actually, you know what? I should probably look up my opponent. They're doing it.
It's free
everyone knows what I'm always playing.
It's free and legal. It's a perfectly legal thrill.
Nobody know. I never know what people are playing. Very likely I'm going to play turn 1.
In the ocean.
They play Hammer. I think I'm still going to play this Tide Shaper turn 1 just to get, like, some pressure on the board. But, like, I don't really like throwing these away versus Hammer. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if they're playing Hammer.
We're about to see.
This is something from a million years ago. Oh, what do you know? We only played, literally, versus Murktide and Yawgmoth this entire challenge.
Modern ecosystem is diverse.
3, and again, this stupid halfling card. Okay, well, this hand is a little bit aggro, so what happens here? I can Tide Shaper, hit this land, attack for 2. It's only a forest, so they still have Grist up for next turn, and then I go like Lord, win. Alternatively, I could just play Lord into Lord, screw the Tide Shaper for now. I'm thinking, if I play Tide Shaper, they Grist minus kill the Island Walker. I can kill the Grist. All right, let's go with that, I guess. No, but like if they do the same thing and kill an Island Walker. So if I play Island Walker attack, they play Grist tick up. I Tide Shaper, attack Grist for 3. It's not beautiful, but that's not terrible. Okay, maybe we save. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's a tough spot. I never like playing against Yawgmoth like this. At least we're on the play. Okay, of course. Turn 1 halfling into Grist. The perfects. So the thing is, if they want to kill my Lord, they have to sack the halfling. So this is the only advantage I have here. So now I can go hit this tomb and at least attack it for something. Actually, I can attack with both. And if they want to save their Grist, they have to block with the token. Otherwise, they'll just let the Grist die, which I'm fine with as well. So it'd be a rare moment where I would be fine with them playing Cauldron. Oh no, I wouldn't be fine, because they can make it uncounterable. Oh god. Uncounterable Cauldron? That would be no good. Blue... Oh yeah, they're playing the Cauldron. Damn it! So what am I supposed to do? Leave this stupid thing alive? Attack for 2? Yeah, it can't be countered. Okay, so basically this token is about to become a grist. And I can't even do anything about it. So they can sack, kill a creature. Oh, they're just going to create a token. That's fine. Young Wolf.
There he is.
Well, we can hoof our opponent for a huge chunk of damage.
Lord.
That's what we can do here.
Or dismember.
Okay, this is a Merfolk. What do we want to go for? Okay, so there's a Grist. I can attack for 6. Tishana's Tidebinder, maybe one of these Grist activations. Or actually even an Agatha something active. No, they're not going to Agatha again. They can't because there's no more creatures in the graveyard. So I can attack for 6. They try to kill one of my creatures. We Tidebinder. Next turn we win with Island Walk Lord. That seems like a fine plan. And hopefully it holds. A lot of things still need to go right. A lot of things still need to go right. They have to like have not Court of Calling in hand. They need to have like no Yawgmoth in hand. Create a 1/1? Well, I have nothing else to do with my cards, so I'm going to just shut this off.
Goodbye.
You are now just a measly 2/2. I have 10 power in play, so I am threatening lethal. And I actually have protection from Court of Calling on my turn, because I do have the mana to counter a Court of Calling. So we do have that going for us. Okay, excellent. Maybe we can steal game 1 versus Yawgmoth.
Stolen.
And not really a big steal. Like, I mean, cards happen. Alright, I'm not blocking this thing. They're hoping that I block, and then in response they'll, like, eat it up in the graveyard and then make something else a grist and then kill my stuff. Yeah, okay. So I'm not even going to play anything. They might be going for a Court of Calling here. I'm just going to attack for 6. Sorry, 10. Hopefully that's just enough to win. Alright, they got nothing. Perfect. I swear it's possible to win this match. I swear to God. I swear it's possible. I wonder if Force Negation is just valuable just for Court of Calling.
Yes.
Even a few copies, but I'm still going to side them all out.
Cord for -1. That should be a possible.
Force Negation is just really clunky. And the thing is with 4 Cavernous Souls, like if I could guarantee, like if I was playing with like 2 Cavernous Souls, you can reliably like hardcast this for 3 mana. But with 4 Cavernous Souls, I'm just too often going to have like double Cavern, Mutavault in play and only have like a single blue source up. Okay, is that it? I'm on the draw. Do you want to experiment on the draw? Do I want to take out Hexcatcher? What does Hexcatcher even do? Okay, let's do some experimentation. You know, on the break, I'm like, what does this card do for me in this metagame? Like, outside of Cascade matchups, what is your purpose?
Well, it's +1/+1.
Because it's so vulnerable to Bowmaster. So vulnerable to Bowmaster. Amongst other things. So I'm on the draw. Maybe we take out Hexcatcher and bring in like all the subtleties. Just for 1 turn, like maybe that's all I need. Is that all I need? Or do I take out Dockhand instead? Which is not really important. Especially if I'm going to 2-for-1 myself. I don't know. I need to play some against someone in this matchup. Some good Yawgmoth player and just jam a million games. Dockhand, Tide Shaper. So the reason I have the 1-drops is just to have a nice curve. Just like what happened in that game. Like, That was actually sort of nice. I was able to curve into like a kill. I had a turn 1 play, I had a turn 2 play, I was able to play something every single turn, and we won! You saw, we won! None of this, like, I don't have anything to play crap.
That's right.
How good is Trickster here? Pretty poor.
No.
Especially on the draw. Okay, you know what? Let's experiment with taking this out. You know, Subtlety at least can fly in the air. There's nothing with reach in this deck. Or is there? Maybe some endurances. I don't know if that's very popular in the deck anymore, though.
The ooze.
Because definitely something has to change. My opponent is disconnected. Maybe they have disconnected in grief.
Somebody subscribed an hour ago.
That's great. To not even subscribing to, like, Nikachu plays MTG. They're subscribing to, like, Nikachu MTG Live.
Your opponent is disconnected.
Yeah. Let's see if they ever come back. They might not. Usually they'll come back. Disconnections are, like, pretty common.
Yeah, Daybreak Games. What's up with that?
Yeah, they joined. Well, it usually has nothing to do with Daybreak Games.
With that?
It's everything to do with the computer. Like, okay, look, I have a supercomputer. I've had supercomputers for, like, years. I've had no problem with Magic the Gathering Online ever. So the people who are complaining about Magic the Gathering Online, your computer sucks. I mean, hey, maybe the standards are way too high. I'll admit that. Like, maybe this thing should run better on, like, I don't know, 8 or 16 gigabytes of RAM with, like, a mediocre video card. But yeah, I think you're sadly, it doesn't look like a game that requires, like, a high-end build, but it sort of is if you don't want to crash all the time. It sort of is.
Also might just be their internet connection. Has nothing to do with the computer.
It could, yeah. It could. But, like, yeah, I haven't had problems with Magic the Gathering Online for a very, very long time. But I do have a pretty high-end build of computers.
Well,
as a content creator.
Make your move. Come on, hurry up. Lose already.
Maybe they're trying to figure out, do I want to play this game or do I want to go eat a donut? Go get some donuts from Dunkin' Donuts.
Maybe they still have that coconut donut.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts has some good stuff over there for donuts. I don't drink the coffee, but the donuts are fine.
It's a shame the closest Dunkin' to us in Florida is like way down the strip.
Well, everything's way down the strip. They've disconnected again. Maybe if they reconnect, their hand will be different. Oh, they haven't even drawn their hand yet. Also, they didn't even properly connect to the game. Or they might have connected, but they didn't connect well enough to accept the die roll or something. Okay, they're having connection issues. They left. They're back. It's always tense playing against the worst your worst matchup in Modern. I don't like this hand, but I don't really want to throw it away either. So go turn 1 dock hand, turn 2 Seas, which interacts with nothing. Maybe I do have to throw it back. Like, I don't have any reasonable way to interact with my opponent. This is really vulnerable, even if I go turn 2 Hexcatcher. Yeah, everything's bad.
Sorry about that, having connection issues.
No problem.
No problem, sucker.
Yeah, I'm going to mulligan for something slightly better. They kept 7 cards, so their hand is just good. Turn 1 dock hand, turn 2 Hexcatcher, turn 3 Tisha. No, this is not good enough. If I had a Lord, like an Island Walk Lord, maybe Seas would be a little bit better. This hand's terrible. Last hand was better. Okay, mulligan one more time. Come on! Curse Totem! Okay, we got it. I will take this. And we will dump easily the Vial. And I guess Reedry. Okay. This is actually quite acceptable. This hand could potentially win. Of course. I swear, like, I gotta look at the tape. Like, they have Delighted Halfling like more than 70% of the time. And it's not even these videos that I'm showing. Like the last time I played in a modern challenge, my opponent started off with turn 1 Delighted Halfling every single time.
42% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, but like it sets up turn 2 Grist too easily. See? Now this is just like really backbreaking to deal with from here. Like even if I get the Curse Totem in play. But still, it will help if I get Curse Totem in play.
Because you don't got Yagi.
And then I could try to
Island.
squeeze in. Okay, so this does help. So maybe I can kill Grist by next turn. And pass. Because what I can do... It also depends on my opponent not having Bowmasters.
Hey, doesn't that work for Planeswalkers too?
Yeah, this is not good for me.
The Curse Totem didn't do nothing.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't work on Grist. What is this going to be? This thing deals combat damage to a player. You may put a -1/-1 counter target creature. Doesn't sound good. Okay. Only specifically this, right? Okay. How to beat... Okay, how to best beat this stupid wall. Because I can Violin, Tideshaper, Tideshape a land, play Lord, hit Grist for 3, putting it down to 2, but it can still minus. What other options do I have? I could then also Tideshaper a land. Don't do anything. I think my best option is I have to go this line. Which sucks. Because I'm still going to be, like, sucked out of resources. Whoops, cancel.
Sure does suck.
Okay, one good thing is I have an extra Lord, so even if they throw one Grist away, it will be okay. I do have to get rid of this Grist.
They changed the artwork.
And what?
The Grist. It's different.
No, that's not. They didn't change.
Well, it's a different
It's an
version.
alternate art.
Yeah, and it sucks.
You ever seen like more than one artwork in this game?
No.
Blood Artist. That's looks terrible.
Can't be activated.
No, but it's a triggered ability, so it doesn't matter to them. Okay, so they're gonna kill something.
You gonna free up your land or what?
Interesting. Did not expect that at all. There gonna be some aggro plan here. So I'm gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Go to 10. I can't block this. Like, that was one issue. There was other issues. So when this deals combat damage to a player, they can put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. And then they get a snake. But if I block... Is this the... Oh, no, I don't have Island Walk anymore?
No.
So is it worth keeping the Lord around? If I block this... It's not good. But then do I have a chance of winning? Yeah, I think I just have to let the damage through, and then we figure it out later. I'm probably just going to lose to, like, their board here. Sadly. I have to get rid of the Blood Artist, which I can't.
Lord. Another one.
And this Blood Artist is going to eat me up for breakfast. Not going to complain. Crappy spot, but I have to play around Bowmasters. by putting the Lord in right now. And I have nothing. Pass. I decree turn 2 Grist is worse than turn 2 Teferi.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Especially since I can't even force a negate this damn thing off of this thing. Even without this thing, sorry. It's just a creature on the stack, which is very frustrating.
What are they so happy about anyway? Delighted.
I wouldn't say I'd be winning, but like I'd be in really good shape if this Blood Artist wasn't here. This is a stupid one of. This is another stupid one of that's just very convenient for this board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's worth 7 damage. So if they go all out and I block this something. Oh no, hold on, this is not dealing damage. Okay, so hold on, I have 4 things. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they 3 can get through. It's like basically almost lethal. Because basically everything will deal a damage to me. And they gain life. Even if their stuff dies. Like they're in a spot where they can just send their creatures to death.
It sucks.
Oh, that's just great. They have Core to Calling. Okay, well. But what are they going to get? Reclamation Sage? Oh, they can just get another Grist. Yeah. Their hand too strong. Too strong. Why are they killing these things? This is like a pointless, stupid creature.
Nah.
Kill a Lord. Like, this isn't even threatening anything. Well, that is just great. So you can exile Grist, make another Grist. Huh? Oh, I don't think they saw that line. They can like eat this Grist with this Cauldron, and then activate this a few more times, just stone destroy me. Anyway, this game shouldn't go this far.
He's playing with his food.
I guess I should have ticked that up to 3. Not that it should matter. I'm basically lost here. Oh, sorry. No, they can't use this because it just deactivates the Cursed Totem anyway. Just doesn't change anything. That's what the Cursed Totem is for. Deactivates the Soul Cauldron.
Didn't even need Yagi.
Sadly, these are all triggered abilities. This is the only activated ability. That being said, if they like they could have carded a calling for Yawgmoth, and I would have been dead on the spot a long time ago. I don't know why they're doing what they're doing. They're like playing with their food or something.
He loves to do that.
That's okay. I can concede. I don't have any good blocks. All my stuff is gonna die. Tide Shaper.
Don't you understand? All my stuff is gonna die.
Okay, on the play, now I'm gonna remove Subtlety, bring in Trickster,
so
that if they play like turn 1 Halfling, I can at least tap it down for a turn. I'm really thinking about like, do I bring in Dismember for just the Halfling? They can still Soul Cauldron that thing. I just don't like the idea, especially on the play. Maybe it's better on the draw. Alright, let's just curve out like we did in the first game. Just curve out. And no turn 1... like, the games between Halfling and no Halfling are just night and day. Like, I don't even care that much about... Well, I should care a little bit about the wall of roots. Okay, I won the die. Would I like to play first? I would love to play first. Well, I've got my namesake card, so I don't want to mulligan it. Now I want them to have halfling. You can have halfling now. Have as many halflings as you want. Excellent. This gets shut off at least.
Another totem.
Don't really want another one.
For protection. Insurance even.
I guess I still need to dodge a naturally played grist. Oh, they've got Bowmaster. Totem is nice, but you still have to close out the game. Could use do turn 1. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up Tidebinder for a little while. Sure. Okay, do I counter this?
Yeah, might as well.
Let's see. Counter, you play Grist, you sack, I don't know, Halfling. That would really suck. What if you don't have it? So the thing is, if they get a creature that it makes their Quarter Calling a little bit better, or I should say a lot better. On the other hand, this is not like the thing. Like, I've got a lot of the creature stuff dealt with. So the only thing I'm afraid of is like Chord into Grist or Chord into Reclamation Sage. Okay, let's add to the board. There's no telling when's the next time I can use this Tishana's Tidebinder. They had Grist anyway. They're gonna sack. Who knows what? Yeah, they got rid of the Halfling. Some good news is they can't back it up next turn. I mean, they can play a bunch of creatures. So I need Island Walk. That is not Island Walk. Our turn could have been a little bit different. If I had Dockhand on turn 1, I could have on turn 3 tapped something down and played Lord of Atlantis that turn. Wall Roots.
Pay to life.
Yeah. That's not good. It means they have Bowmasters. So if they have Bowmasters...
Lord.
Then I can't, like, I was about to say, Spreading Seas is not good here. Because then they get 2 triggers off of the Bowmasters and actually kill my Lord of Atlantis. Ugh, that's so crappy. What else can they have here? They can't have anything.
Can you choose not to draw the card?
No, I have to. Yeah, too bad. Yeah, it would have been nice if I have the option to not draw the card. This is a stupid triggered ability. This is a stupid card to exist. Do I have any other options? What am I hoping for?
Another Lord.
What am I hoping for here? You play Bowmasters, you get like an army of 2. Kill my Lord. It's so crappy to Spreading Seas to hope I draw another Lord, and I already have one on the battlefield. Another option I have is I can tap the Tomb, force them to play Bowmasters. No, but it still doesn't change anything. Then I'm going to play Spreading Seas, and they're still going to get like 2 triggers off of this. If they have one... Like, the problem is if I tap the land, they play Bowmasters in response, ping me for 1. Then if I Spreading Seas, both of them trigger and they still kill the Lord of Atlantis. I have no choice. So, like, I want them to have something else, but I have to play this. I don't really have a choice here. Otherwise, I'm just passing the turn, and they're sort of winning from here. Why is it I have Cursed Totem, you have Grist? Every time I have Cursed Totem, they have Grist. I have 2 Cursed Totems. It's useless. Because of the damn Grist. Oh, you know what might save us? We top deck Hexcatcher. Is Hexcatcher still in the deck? Yeah, if we top deck Hexcatcher, that might work. Because this only triggers once we actually draw the card. So if they start putting all the triggers, Bowmaster triggers on Lord of Atlantis, we will survive. Oh, they don't want to reveal what they've got, huh? Oh,
Also
interesting. Okay. Only 1 Bowmaster trigger. All right, that worked out pretty well. And we have a Trickster, which might help us a lot too. Okay, where do you want to put this 1 trigger? You don't get another one. Oh, it dies anyway. Shoot. Okay, so we're just going to pass, and then they're going to play Bowmasters anyway. Yeah, they had it. They're just trying to figure out how do they blow me out. Yeah, I guess that's one way of doing it. Okay, I'm going to pass. Going to combat. They'll play the other one. If they don't, they'll go after Grist, but very likely they're going to play a second Bowmasters. They miss out 1 point of damage against my face, but it's like not a big deal. Oh, they don't want to. They still don't want to get blown out by Hexcatcher? What the hell's this?
Corb for 1.
Cord for 1. What does that even do?
Lightning bolt.
I don't even know what this is for.
Death touch. Or fatal push.
Oh, they're still playing around Hexcatcher. Okay, they got Young Wolf. That's fine. Huh. Oh, maybe they didn't have Bowmasters and they had Cord, and that's why they shocked themselves. That's possible. Okay, I gotta get rid of this stupid thing.
Go away.
Yeah, get out of here.
Back to the graveyard with you. And don't come back.
Okay, if that's it, if they don't have a second Grist, we are in good shape. Okay? If they do not have a backup Grist, we are doing fine. Or Court of Calling, I should say. Are we in a race or are we in a race? Okay, so I will play my Trickster to get pressure on the board.
Tapping down.
I don't know.
What's the biggest thing?
Nothing
The
matters.
wall of roots.
Maybe Young Wolf. Useju. Okay, that is not great, but since we have a backup Cursed Totem, it's fine.
Yeah, he's
Although the problem is, can they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh, fuck. They can play, what's it called? Yawgmoth. Damn. I couldn't play around this. So, like, if I didn't play anything and then play Cursed Totem next turn, they would just do this all in response anyway. You still gotta play around my Hexcatcher that you think I have, because it looks like I'm playing. I have a Hexcatcher. Yeah. These hands are so good. Not like they do have a good chunk of interaction for Cursed Totem. I'm not gonna say that they don't. I should say our starting hand sort of sucked. It had Cursed Totem, but it did not have a good curve. It had like 2 other Merfolk attached to it. And now we lose. That being said, I'm not too disappointed with how the hand played out. I mean, we still drew like a good chunk of creatures. Tough matchup is tough matchup. But I should still say, like, my opponents keep having, like, the top end of their hands. Like, every game is Delighted Halfling into Grist. Almost. And the times that they don't, it's like a completely different game. It's like a completely different game. I'm going to look back on all these games to see how often my opponent went turn 1 Halfling, turn 2 Grist. Turn 1 Halfling, turn 2 Grist. That puts the maximum pressure on us. Play or draw. Proliferate. Yeah, getting wiped out here. Well, the good news is we can still play Cursed Totem. And if we can draw like Lord, if we draw just 2 Island Walk, if we can peel 2 Island Walk Lords, like that's not terrible.
He's already at 9.
I know, but the problem is they refilled their hand. But there is a good chunk of like cards in their hand that just does stone cold nothing.
Just garbage.
Well, that's like mana. They've got a lot of like this is mana or walls or some nonsense like this.
Yeah, now you have to use them as an actual creature, huh?
I don't know when's the right time to play this Otawara, but maybe I shouldn't even play it. Period. Try to save my own creature in response to something. This does nothing because of Cursed Totem.
Yeah, get it all out there.
Like, this is the power of Cursed Totem. Like, they can't do anything. I mean, they might have another answer to Cursed Totem. No. That's how this is going to go. I will still hold out on the Ottawa for a little bit. I guess just one more turn. Or maybe I shouldn't. Because if I draw like a 3-drop like Redri, I most certainly want to play it. Okay, you can get a Young Wolf. I guess the biggest problem is this Cauldron just makes things bigger. Okay, so... I don't know. Bounce. Young Wolf? I really don't know what to bounce. Nothing seems to really matter here. And I also have the problem, like, even if I play a Lord next turn, like, I can't block anything, because the Cauldron at least can activate. Bump, bump, bum, bum,
Unfortunately.
What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4 threats? 4 threats.
This metagame is busted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana sources. We can count. Okay, we can go 8 mana sources if we want to count Mutavault as like a threat in this deck. And I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the day I can run good for once. Regrist is not going to terrorize me. I should calculate. Like, I don't want to make too many excuses, but I should calculate. What are the odds someone starts their hand, or at least in the top 8 cards, they have Halfling into Grist? Spoiler alert, it's not that good. Get attack for 7. No, it's attacking for 8, so we got a chump block. Formality chump block. Actually, what can I do here? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I block. Soul Cauldron will eat something from any graveyard. Young Wolf.
Engineered explosives.
Yeah. Oh, wow. They don't even have Rex Sage. So we were actually, our Cursed Totem plan was actually even stronger than usual. They couldn't even Chord a Calling for Reclamation Sage. This is old tech. I don't think they're playing with Haywire Might anymore for the purpose that, because Cursed Totem is too much of a beating. But they had an opening, and they took it, and yeah, we're dead. Thank you very much for the games. All right, so overall, the challenge, I went 4-4. Let's go back to the deck list. I'm probably going to end up in the top 100, which is worth like 100 play points or whatever. I don't know what to say about the deck. Overall, I think I ran fine. The only awkward thing is I constantly was up against Yawgmoth, and I was constantly up against Murktide. I was up against 3 Murktides, 3 Yawgmoths this entire challenge. It's like the rest of the metagame doesn't exist, which didn't make Force of Negation like a particularly good card in the main deck. I constantly sided that out for like Dismember or Cursed Totem. I'm going to really think about Hexcatcher's place in this deck. And I'm also going to wonder, like, is Feilun still worth playing if I play like enough Spreading Seas effects? I think the answer is no. Spreading Seas would... sorry, Sveilun... Like, Sveilun's benefit versus Yawgmoth is if you are the aggressor and your opponent is under a lot of pressure, getting a Yawgmoth out immediately sometimes doesn't mean anything because they can't target your creatures and they may not have enough creatures in play to kill your Sveilun. But the problem is Bowmasters creates tons of creatures. It's like 2 creatures in 1. And every single time you attack with Sveilun, they keep getting another Bowmaster thing. And it's really easy to kill these creatures off. Like, you attack with Sveilun, they put 1 damage on Lord, they play another Bowmaster, they just kill it. In addition to that, the only way Sveilun would work versus Yawgmoth is I'm guaranteed Island Walk. And this Lord is protected enough. And I'm getting in damage. I don't know if I have those guarantees. I still, like, I don't want to look like a sore loser. I still think I'm running like trash versus Yawgmoth. That is just unbelievable. Well, I shouldn't say it's unbelievable. Anything can happen. Now, that being said, my opponents are tough. This is the challenge. These aren't these crappy league games, all right? We're up against people who actually play the game well. They're putting the pressure on us. But I still think, like, the Yawgmoth matchup should not be that bad. Yeah. So I don't think I want to have... I don't know if I want to have Harbinger in this deck to shore up the Murktide matchup. I think everything is okay. There is an option of, like, taking out Dockhands for... I'm not sure what. Dismember in the main and put, like, more cards like Chalice of the Void in the sideboard? I don't know. I like my deck. I just wish I ran better or got like better like a good better diversified matchups. Tell me what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, this has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I will see you guys in the next challenge.